Hi, this is Master Kevin Foong. In the year 2020, it's going to be the year of the Manta Rat. Do allow me to run through the 12 animal zodiac sign for you guys. Now, you're born in the year of the dog. Now, this year, for people that's born in the year of the dog, you're blessed with 2 very good stars. So, first and foremost, you do have this 1 very good stars. We call this the 8 seeds. Now, in traditional time, the 8 seeds is one of the imperial exam stars, where we actually says that you actually bring in a lot of reputations. It's a very good fame for you. It's a time where you actually elevate on your enhanced social standing. So what do you actually want to do with this task? It's very simple. Now this year tries to get attention. Now what do I mean by that? Now by any form of attention is good for you to do a blog post, maybe at a blog or your website, or maybe try to write something in your Instagram profile, in your Facebook profile. But of course, you tries to bring whatever you tries to do best. So write on the subject that you actually are good at it. So this will actually open up the path for you to be experiencing new things in life. So for all you know, you'll be getting new clients or even new employees that may want to come and tap onto your expertise. So this year, because of your elevated social status, this is one of the best years to get yourself known. So the 8 seeds is famous for that. And of course, for young children, these are some of the best time for them to be taking exams this year. So fret not, they'll be doing well for their examination, as the 8 seeds always bless them with good flying colors. So the other stars I want to talk about is there's this star, we call it the relief god. Now the relief god is basically ability to smoothen out any of the difficult events that you might be having. So things like anything that's challenging, that's not happening based on whatever you're expecting, fret not, because at the end of the day, it's going to give you a good outcome. So simply, it's just going to be somewhat like a blessing in disguise. Okay, so of course there is some negative stars at the same time. I want you to kind of take aware of them and implement some of the best solutions I actually try to propose here. So first and foremost, there's these stars, we actually call it the Fu Chen. Now Fu is elevated, Chen is basically sinking down, right? So when your mood is basically somewhat like this year. So there's a lot of instability, there's a lot of self-doubt, there's a lot of times that you're feeling that you are lost of your path, you don't know what you want to do. So this will actually put you into further stage like depression, or even a lot of self-doubt, or even give yourself a lot of false self-limiting belief. So this is not the good time for you to be going deep on yourself further. One of the key things is to iron out this part is very simple. Just talk to someone. See, sometimes you don't always need someone to solve your problems, but even just putting some of these feelings that you're feeling right now, talk to your loved one, your spouse, your family members, or even a friend, that will actually get this energy all out, and then you'll be seeing a whole new different perspective. The next stars that I'll be talking about is this funeral guest stars. Now, in ancient time, the funeral guest stars always means you'll be visiting the hospital often, or you will encounter, some of your elders will be going through some of the funeral stuff. But it doesn't always mean that way. Now, to me, in modern times, the funeral guest stars kind of means that you should actually take care of your health and also pay attention to your health of your loved ones. This is what we are talking about here. Of course, you have other stars like the sky dog. Now, the sky dog indicates is a total loss and wastage stars. So what this actually means is in case that you are getting loss of wealth due to bad investments or due to bad decisions, tries not to stay in that stage, move on and do something else so you can feel a bit more elevated. So of course, the 5th stars we're talking about is a solitary stars. Now this stars is a stars that only harms husband and wife. So what this actually means is there is a lot of unrest at home. Couples quarrels all the time. You don't see eye to eye together, and then the family lacks harmonious energy, and then the bonding is not there. So what this means is, in order to elevate that, sometimes agree to disagree, sit down and do some things together, even go for a jog, having a small chat together. These are very good, some of the time you can spend to, bring back the miscommunications that you're not getting towards each other, and that can elevate some of this. So of course you do have stars like the Leopard Tail. Now the Leopard Tail talks about your individual moods is fluctuating. This is in fact one of the stars we cover in the earlier stage. Now what this actually brings is it actually plunge your mood further. So in order not to do that, I'll actually propose exercising or even doing things like yoga or even qigong is one of a very good way to elevate your personal energy. So you're seeing things more aligned these days, right? So of course the last stars is what I talk about is the blood knife. Now the blood knife means that you will get a lot of blood-related events. Example, things like getting small cuts, or of course, if you are in a car accident, these could be some of the major things that could happen. But of course, fret not, it's not going to go that way. What this actually means is this year, try not to do anything dangerous. If you're handling some knife, this and that, just be a bit more cautious. None of this is going to happen. In fact, one of the best ways to avoid this is you can actually do blood donation first, so you actually kind of fulfill the prophecy. Now, on a final note, I just thought I would just give you a little bit more advice when it comes to handling not just your zodiac sign for this year. Now, of course, every year, as far as the zodiac forecast that we are doing it, they are not going to affect you 100% in that fact, because in fact, the zodiac sign is only going to account for a small percentage of it. Now, what this actually means is if your zodiac sign has prosperous stars, these are some of the years that you probably want to take more effort to move forward. You need to take action. It doesn't mean prosperous stars means you're just going to sit down on it and just going to strike a fortune. People just going to hand down money to you. On the contrary, in this kind of year where you have a lot of fortune stars that's coming your way, these are the year to go for expansion. Take out that job overseas or implement that dreams that you have not been implementing for a long time. But of course, on a side note, for some of you, if you have been saying, oh, there's so many inauspicious stars this year and think that this year is going to be all sucky, fret not. Let me just go a bit more in depth now. In fact, if you're going to talk about astrology, since you already subscribe to astrology in the first place, you do know that this is only breaks down to 12 animal sign. Now, to go a bit in depth, what you want to really find out is your date of birth and time, because technically it doesn't mean that, example, if we say that horse is not doing good this year because of clashes, and all the horse will be collapsing. People who born the year of the horse will all die a horrible death. No, we don't mean that. What it actually also means is, for some of you out there, if you actually know your 八字 in that sense, because your 八字 actually give you 100% perspective to know what you really want to implement this year. So I actually implore some of you to take more time to understand some of your 八字 and make good decisions from there. Of course, I do have my good teams of instructors, and even myself, we are all ready to assist. For some of you, you want to open up your parts and know what is in line for 2020, feel free to let us know, and we will always be here to help you. Do allow me to take this opportunity to wish you guys a happy and prosperous 2020 in the year of the Metal Rat. Cheers!